Hello friends, welcome to SN Academy. Now this video is about the current affairs, okay, which is going to be taught in a very simplified manner, and today's current affairs is about 12th of September 2020. So the first topic which you are going to see for today is India-China border issue. Everyone knows that there's a lot of issues going on regarding with India and China border issue. Now we also know that there was firing incidents which happened. The last incident which happened in the India-China border was in 1975, and after that it happened in 2020. That is in this particular year. So based on that, there were like many talks, and many experts were saying that we should go for a peaceful talks rather than going for an armed fight against each other. So based on those peaceful talks, both the nations agreed for a 5-point plan for controlling the situation. So, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar sir and his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi agreed on a 5-point course of action to disengage and reduce tensions along the line of actual control. Now, this particular meeting happened in Moscow. Now, why it happened in Moscow? Because remember, the foreign ministers meeting of SCO happened here. Okay, so they met during the foreign ministers meeting of the SEO as they discussed about the India-China border issue. Now the next is they also decided that this particular border issue should be solved through talks. Now what are the different ways of talks? So the first way is special representative mechanism, and the second way is working mechanism for consultation and coordination. You need to know both these talks, because if they ask you any mains question regarding India-China issue, you should need to know both these mechanisms. Okay, how these mechanisms work and what are the other mechanisms through which talks can be conducted. Now, the other point over here is about the November G20 summit. Everyone knows that the G20 summit is going to be conducted, and it is going to be conducted in the month of November, and it is going to be conducted in Saudi Arabia. So this is the question which many aspirants can expect in your questions. Okay, usually they will ask you about the G20 summit. Okay, where it happens. Okay, in which month and in which year and which place. Okay, so this is the question which you can expect. Now, in this particular G20 summit, we can expect the Indian Prime Minister and our Chinese Premier, okay, to meet and discuss about the India-China border issue. Now, the next topic is a very famous topic which is running on news channels. It is about Bollywood actor Kangana Ranaut and media on the flight. Okay, we all know that Kangana Ranaut was on an Indigo flight. Okay, she was traveling actually. What has happened? TV crew members were also present on the same flight, and suddenly they started taking out their cameras and started shooting in middle of the flight. So many passengers were saying that this is unruly behavior of the media, and immediately DGCA, okay, which is the controlling authority for airlines in India, they have asked to take action against the media. So what are the violations? So remember, photography on board. Okay, you are not allowed photography on board. Now this is violation of aircraft rules 13. Now this is the question which will be asked in your exam, whether photography is allowed in your aircraft or not. Next is violation of COVID-19 protocols. Okay, many airlines have the COVID-19 protocols. They did not maintain the social distance. So that violation was also recorded over here. And not only that, there is a new rule that which says that airline can put an unruly passenger on its no-fly list for a certain period of time. Okay, so if a passenger is very rude or does not behave properly, he will be on the no-fly list. Okay, he cannot fly on the airlines for a certain period of time. Now the next topic is important topic. It is about JKGRAMS. Okay, remember JKGRAMS stands for Jammu and Kashmir Integrated Grievance Redress and Monitoring System. Now this will be asked definitely in many competitive exams. Okay, if you are appearing for SSC, RRB, okay, Public Service Commission exams, they will ask you what does JKGRAMS stand for. Now remember, this project is going on a pilot basis in 3 districts in Jammu, Srinagar and Riyasi. Now the uniqueness, the specialty of this particular project is it is a grievance project. Now you will get minute by minute status update. Okay, they will update minute by minute status of your grievances on the portal, on the website. And the district collectors and the deputy commissioners will be the primary nodes, that is the primary nodal officers for this particular JKGRAMS. Now, not only that, JKGRAMS, in Jammu and Kashmir has also, governor has also announced that the Back to Village campaign will be started again. Now, what is this Back to Village campaign? This is officers will visit villages and address public grievances. Now, this is going to be started again in Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, so this point is also a question for your exam. Okay, please remember this. Okay, which state has started recently Back to Village campaign? Now the next topic is PM Modi launches projects for Bihar. Okay, now why suddenly for Bihar? Remember, Bihar is going for elections in October and November, and last time BJP faced defeat in Bihar election. So this time they wanted to capture Bihar. So that is why even in this coronavirus pandemic and recession time, our honorable Prime Minister is launching so many projects for Bihar. So let us see what are the projects. LPG pipeline, LPG bottling plant, sewage treatment plant under Namami Gange. This is an important point. Next is water supply. Next is riverfront development. This is also an important point. So the other projects also, new railway lines, electrification of various sectors and new highways and bridges. So totally is going to announce 16,000 crore package for Bihar. Okay, so this is very important. Now, regarding the LPG pipeline, the Durgapur Banka section of Paradeep Aldia Durgapur LGP pipeline is East India's first LPG pipeline, and this is going to be the question. Okay, in your competitive exam, East India's first LPG pipeline is started where, it is located where. So this is your question. So please make a note of it. Okay, very important. Next, there's going to be a LPG bottling plant in Banka and a new LPG plant at Sugauli. Now the next topic is about the election commission. They released guidelines for the criminal records of candidates. We all know that many candidates stand for the MP, MLA elections, and few of them have criminal records against them. But many candidates do not relieve those criminal records. So they have published a timeline for making public of criminal record of the candidates. Okay, so they have asked, election commission have asked the candidates to publish the details of the criminal antecedents in newspapers and television. Okay, newspapers and televisions will publish the details of criminal cases. So how? Okay, election commission said they brought a timeline. So there's going to be 3 timelines. The first timeline, the first publicity is within first 4 days of last date of withdrawal. The second is within 5th to 8th day of last day of withdrawal. The last date will be from the 9th day till the last day of campaigning. Okay, that is 2 days prior to polling date your campaigning ends. Okay, remember that 2 days prior to polling date your campaigning ends. So till that day, till the last day of campaign, you have to, okay, the election commission or the candidate has to publish the details of the criminal cases in newspapers and television. Very important. So why suddenly the election commission took notice of this? Many people are saying this is because of the Supreme Court case which happened in September 2018. Okay, now in that particular judgment, they were saying that political parties need to publicize criminal antecedents, that is criminal cases of contestants in news media. So based on that, there were many hearings happened recently. Even in January 2020 also there was a hearing happened. So based on that, the election commission has taken these steps. They have published a timeline, okay, for publishing the criminal cases. Now next is an important topic. We all know that Swami Agnivesh recently passed away. Okay, now he has founded the Bonded Labor Liberation Front in 1981. Now this is the question which will be asked in your exam. Okay, and he was against bonded labor, and from 2004 to 2014 he was the president of the World Council of Arya Samaj. Now this is the next question which will be asked. Now remember, the World Council of Arya Samaj is the highest international body of the Arya Samaj. Now this is the second question which can be asked. Okay, which is the highest international body of the Arya Samaj. Now in 1994 to till 2004 he was a chairperson of the United Nations Voluntary Trust Fund on Contemporary Forms of Slavery. Okay, so this will also be a question which will be asked. Now remember, he also founded the Arya Sabha. Remember, Arya Sabha is a political party based on Arya Samaj principles. Now this will be the other question which can be asked. Okay, so this is a very important topic for your exam. Now next is about the virtual courts stay. Will they stay or will they be removed? So here a committee, that is the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Personal Public Grievances, Law and Justice, okay, which is headed by Bhupendra Yadav, sir. Okay, now they submitted a report saying that functioning of virtual court proceedings through video conferencing. Now why this particular report is important? Because during the coronavirus lockdown time and during the pandemic time, many courts did not function. Okay, they went in for virtual conferencing of hearing of the cases. So this particular report was saying digital justice is cheaper and faster. So this is the point you will have to note. And this was saying that the virtual courts should continue video conferencing even during non-pandemic times. Okay, but the consent of the parties is also needed even in certain categories of cases such as appeals and final hearings where physical presence of the parties or their counsel is not required. Okay, now this particular report also stated about setting up of e-seva kendras, okay, and setting up of a national broadband mission and introduction of computer courses for law students and developing an indigenous software platform to ensure the data privacy and the safety of the cases. Now during the lockdown time, there were like 1.8 million cases were registered throughout India, and nearly 8 lakh of them have been disposed so far. So okay, so this is important. If you're going for the interview, they will definitely ask you like how many cases were registered during the lockdown time, okay, and how many cases were disposed. Now the next topic is about startups in India. So this is about startup ranking in India. So the startup ranking was released by the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, that is DPIIT. Now they were saying that the startup ecosystem, okay, ranking was based on the states and the union territories, and this was released by our Honorable Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal, sir. So this ranking was based only on 22 states and 3 union territories, and based on 7 broad reform areas and 30 action points. Now what are those areas and points? Institutional support, easing compliances and relaxation in public procurement norms, incubation centers, seed funding, venture funding, and awareness and outreach. Now all these points were taken into consideration while giving out this particular ranking. So in this ranking, among the states, Gujarat was in the top. Okay, they did not include Delhi in this. Okay, so except Delhi, the first state is Gujarat. Now among the union territories, it was Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So this is also important because in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, many people are saying that the internet connection is very poor. Okay, but in spite of that, this has scored the top in the ranking. Okay, even under the union territories, Delhi was not included. So friends, if you like our videos, please do subscribe to our channel. Please click like on our videos, and please do share this video over Facebook, WhatsApp, Telegram, and your friends. So all the best and thank you.